Yeah, Arabia. Let's change you to blue. And, wow, look at this map already. You guys know what I'm going to say about this map already. That is a nice, wallable map. You will never die if you have this map. The only problem is your 2 golds are here. But, I mean, castle here is kind of important later. But, like, the walls are so easy. You don't even really have to think. It's like, boom, boom, boom. Maybe just to the edge here. Boom. And then just boom. Super easy. There he is, unpushable deer. Let's go. But, well, we got to deal with some unpushable chickens here. So, hopefully, you have some idea of how to take those. This is 1k elo, so we're going to be looking at a lot of mistakes. Like, we started off with a villager worth of idle time at the start of the game. It's kind of horrible, actually. You get loom at the start. Yeah, you have to cancel these villas and get loom. That's what you do as Mayans. We basically just skipped loom as Mayan for no reason. Because it takes us just as much time to build the houses. So, as the Maya start, I mean, it's obviously random, so if you weren't prepared. But what you do is you click loom first, and then you build the house. So click loom, build the house with 2 vills, and then you can build another house on this side with the other 2 vills or with 1 vill. Usually what I do is, here, we can go right back to the start. Usually what I do, so obviously you don't want to queue vills first as Mayans, but you know what happens. I would build the first house here, like right here. You built it way out here, so it's going to come in way later. You want to get it right here. House here, this vill, I just get her to go to the straggler. And then loom first, and then you build those houses, and then it's kind of normal from there. So yeah, starting off with 1 villager idle is not very good, obviously. So that's kind of a major mistake, actually. It's like deleting one of your vills at the start. I mean, not exactly. It's like deleting a vill once your opponent gets a loom. Normally, you're a vill up as Mayans after your opponent gets loom. Ooh, and we're idling. We're up to 50 seconds idle now. So this is obviously one of like kind of the main issue. Anything after this is all going to come back to the fact that you're down 2 vills. 100%. But let's see. Anything can happen at this elo. Here we go. Okay, good. Good location for the wall. Yeah, opponents, well, we're both idling just too much here. Yeah, this is the main thing. 100%. How goes it? Still sick? Yeah, I'm almost recovered. I still feel something, but yeah. Okay. Ooh, using the TC technique. That's nice to see. We got a little bit of mechanics. Looks like you know your garrison and ungarrison hotkeys, so that's good. When you're building stuff, you want to just use 1 to build and the other ones to collect. Because villagers, the first builder works at 100% efficiency, and then the next builders after that only work at 1/3 efficiency. So the first villager is 100%, and then these 2 only added 2/3 efficiency. They're not even worth 1 vill when you add them on there. So you just get them to build or take the chicken, build with 1. You want to get in that habit. Lots of other factors in low elo games, though. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, the game is balanced. or if you have enough games, then if you're 1k elo, then you're obviously going to make up for it in other ways. But the thing is it's so easy to just say, okay, yeah, the idle TC is a big mistake. And actually, I mean, it's kind of an obvious thing to fix too. So that's definitely one thing that you really want to be paying attention to. Force dropping your resources. There's even a hotkey for that these days. Force drop, whatever it's called. And yeah, again, like collect with 1 and build with the other. It's good to build up these habits. This is too big though. Like, what are we walling in this area? We're walling a bunch of grass. We don't really need this grass. So basically, what you want to do for these walls, just you take the chickens and then you go back. The wall should be here. Maybe if you really want to be getting your stone, like you go out to here, but it's not a big deal. There's stone back here too. So it's not really, you don't really need to secure it. So yeah, just here. I'd probably go in front of the gold like this. Mayans are gonna have archers anyways, though, so you don't really need to have too much space. You can put your dudes behind the walls. So yeah, the walls are kind of, oh, and then we go out here. It's kind of, this wall does nothing, basically. If you think about it, this wall does nothing, because he'll just walk past. Walls only do anything if you're actually fully walled. So you have to, you definitely want to be thinking a little bit more about how you're walling. One big issue that's going to happen is you have 2 on food right now. 2 on food, because you used your food vills to do this, and you didn't send enough to berries. So one of the biggest things, I didn't point it out yet, but one of the biggest problems came down to you sent way too many to wood. The cheaper walls as mines. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, we want to wall a little bit more logically. So here, you sent way too many to 1 wood line. If you have 7 on 1 wood line, that's already very saturated. Basically, the more vills you have on 1 wood line, the longer they're going to have to walk to drop, because some of them are going to be chopping from like way over here. Basically, if we look a little bit further, we're going to have some dropping at 2 tiles, some dropping at like 3 tiles or 4 tiles, whatever that is. You want to have sort of 7 vills in this area or whatever. And you want to have another wood line if you're going to go up to more than 7 on 1, roughly. We have 12 on 1 wood line. So if you have 6 up here and 6 down here, yeah, it costs you another 100 wood to get the lumber camp. The efficiency is going to pay back that 100 wood investment very quickly. So it's very good. What is this like line? Oh, I guess it's just the graphics for when you're going up in capture age. Anyways, this is really hurting your economy. And also just 1 on the berries. You want to have like at least 3 on berries. At least 3 for sure. I like the feeling of triple lumber camp. I mean, it's not good because it's too much investment early. But I mean, on this map, you could do it, but it's not good though. Like, you'd rather spend your res on other things. Yeah, it's gonna be the most efficient, I guess you can say, long term, but it's not necessary because you want to be making military early feudal age. From 1 TC I do. Yeah. But not initially. You can get to 3rd lumber camp later in feudal age, but you would never want to do that in dark age. It would be too much investment. Yeah, the efficiency, because you're not going to have that many vills. You should really only have like 9 vills maximum. 9 vills on wood is enough to maintain 1 range archers. Also, every villager that comes out builds a farm and houses, and you have a little bit extra for walling. 9 on wood is kind of like maxed out, unless you're going crazy or you're doing like double range or something. This is not Flying Saucer's wreck. This is Unpushable Deer's wreck. So yeah, big issue is not thinking about your eco balance. It just seems like you're sending your vills randomly. So let me tell you, a good eco balance, something like 3 for archers, because we're doing archers. Something like 3 on berries, 9 on wood, but on 2 lumber camps, and then the rest on sheep here. Ideally, we would have already taken the chickens. Generally, I've actually really been liking having 4 out on the chickens, and you take 2 at a time, 1 here and 1 here. You have 4, and then you bring them in quicker. Then the opponent can't really harass as much, and then you bring them back. If they're in this position, like say that your mill is kind of in the back for the chickens or something, and then maybe you can farm around it or whatever. But yeah, here we go. Let's move on from that. Okay, got archer production. Nice. Where's our scout? Scout is out here. Okay, you see he's gonna go stable. All right. And still idling the TC a lot, but this is because we don't have food. Because our food income is kind of rough, right? So we have to force drop these to get enough food to build bills. It's gonna be very micro intensive. Oh, luckily they dropped. Okay. Housed. One part of walling is that you can make houses, actually. You can make houses on the wall. Good tap there, but you gotta get your vills back to work right away. Okay, where's our rally point as well? I guess we'll see in a sec. Yeah, more on wood is not what you need, that's for sure. Definitely need to be taking the, this. I like that you have 4 on gold, though. That's enough to maintain your archers. Mayans actually don't need quite as much gold because they have cheaper archers, but it's still good to have 4. I think 3 is still not quite enough. All right. Yeah, there's definitely some habits that you're going to have to fix for sure. But hopefully the eco balance makes sense. Hopefully you can remember the eco balance on the way up. It's going to really help. Ooh, there's the scouts. You knew he was going scouts though. Do we have any spears? We saw the scouts, but we never made any spears. So your biggest issue is you're trying to like use your archers and stuff like that. This is not useful actually. You know what's really important is spending the wood. So the biggest issue is you need to focus on your eco. Economy. If you have good eco management, you're gonna have more units later. You're not quite ready for this rushing and stuff like that. Like making military and going across the map, it's not worth it. If you really want to improve, you're gonna want to focus on just making villagers and spending your resources. A good eco balance in like the dark to feudal transition is gonna go a long way as well. So you see how you're floating like 800 wood. That's because we have way too much on wood. That was always going to happen. As I said earlier, 9 on wood is enough to maintain everything that you need. So 1 range archer production, farms, houses. Like you can maintain all of that on 9 on wood. So if you have 12 on wood, you actually just can't even spend it because it's too much wood. You won't have enough vills to build farms. Like even if you made 6 farms right now with all the vills under your TC, that's not going to spend through all your wood. That's 360 wood. You have like 800. You have double. So you would need to do something like bring back vills. But basically you could have 12 farms down right now. And that's basically all the farms that you need in feudal age a lot of the time. Opponent's also a bit slow with the farms, but the opponent randomly has 2 stables. So I mean, obviously he's not doing anything super logical. Well, he's doing some stuff super logical, I'm sure, but he's doing some crazy stuff too. But yeah, we should be on a bunch of farms right now. So this is all stemming from sending all those vills to wood. Too many wood vills means that we have too much wood and not enough other resources. So yeah, that's why I'm really hammering down the fact that eco management is so important early because it affects everything along the line later as well. That'll be a vill, but it's whatever. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not really going to do anything with this. Okay. Luckily, yeah, vills can box the scouts, no problem. But still, like, we need to be making farms way earlier. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah, you could... Basically, forgetting villager production is honestly so big. Every 25 seconds, you need to be killing a villager if you're idling your TC. And that's just not going to happen. Here we go. So yeah, we could be up like, what, 10 vills now? Coming up on 10 vills. So if you have 36 vills, you're on the way to Castle Age right now. And then you go for crossbowman timing and he's dead. Now we're getting all the farms now, but it takes time for the food to come in. So we don't want to make all the farms all at the same time. Like ideally, we're just building them up. Every 60 wood, we make a farm. And ideally, we're building those up throughout feudal age. And that'll give us food income. But now we have to wait for them to build, or like build the farms and then bring in the food. It's going to take a while before we can actually go up. So just way too much idle TC for both players as well. There we go. Playing on max, so I haven't been able to use Capture H to watch my idle TC's time. Ah, okay, yeah. So that's too bad. But this is obviously your major issue. You need to learn select all TCs and create vills, and you just spam it. Just watch how I play. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just, every time I'm not doing anything, okay, for example, you build this wall. You go, okay, house, palisades, and then okay, my brain is not actually thinking about the next action, or like while my brain is thinking about the next action, I just quickly press select all TCs and press create Vil. I'm not actually thinking about creating Vils. It's just, it's like the filler action while I'm thinking about my next move. So I'm like, okay, house, walls, and then TC Vils. And then I am like, okay, maybe I need to refresh this lumber camp, whatever, house, walls here, TC Vils. And you just sneak those in. Just every time that you do something, you just go TC and Vils. And of course, you want to be doing that with archers as well. Like pretty much all unit production. And then you get into the rhythm. Obviously, if you do too much, then you have too much res just sitting in queues. But you just watch, like you'll have a global queue up here. If you have like 3 Vils in there, okay, you can control click to cancel 1 Vil or whatever. Just having two units in the queues is usually pretty good. But yeah, you don't want to have too much because then it's kind of resources sitting. You're going to be up to Castle Age, but I mean, you're down like 12, 13 Vils. 14 if you, well, I guess the opponent lost a Vil too, but yeah, it's kind of a lot. Yeah, you basically have to clean up your own gameplay. It doesn't really matter about attacking right now. Cleaning up your own gameplay is going to go a long way. Like, this is still... Is this open? Maybe you walled, but still. These walls are way too big as well. This side was alright. Like, you could have... One thing, you could have plugged this hole with, like, 2 buildings. A range and a house. But you ended up making 3 extra houses, or 2 extra houses here. So, you want to efficiently wall as well. Plus this makes it so that you can't really take the wood line very nicely. If you build it out here, then you can take this wood line really nice. Only pause TC production when you need an important upgrade, say Bodkin Arrow. Yeah, if you're in a position to attack as well. Like, there has to be you have to have some very good reasons to pause villager production. Yeah, you definitely don't want to pause villager production pretty much ever. Well, until you're maxed out on Vils, like 130 Vils or so. Getting forging, but we're not even making melee units though. So you want to prioritize eco-techs over military techs. So forging is kind of a waste here. +1 attack on your 1 Eagle Warrior and your few spears is not worth 150 resources right now. What you need to be doing is making Vils, making Bowsaw, making 2 TCs. We're getting crossbowmen, but like, if you're not in a position to actually attack, then it's not really doing anything for you. If you went and attacked right now using your tech advantage, you could actually do some damage. Unfortunately, you made the wall on the back of your base. You want to make the wall on the front so that you can go out the front and go to your opponent's base faster. But yeah, if you were at your opponent's base right now with this army, actually you kill his army. If you were here and you were like getting in, you would actually win the game right now. You always want to be thinking about your upgrade timings, especially as crossbowmen. Archers require a little bit more thinking to play. You want to hit timings. Basically, as soon as you get up to the next age, you're going to have a tech advantage. So in feudal age, you want to get that fletching upgrade, and you get a few numbers. That's your advantage. Get like 4 archers, you go forward with fletching. It's pretty good. A couple of spears, then the scouts can't do anything. But in Castle Age, early Castle Age, you want to have Bodkin, crossbowman arrow, Bodkin arrow and crossbowman upgrade. And you want to be at your opponent's base as soon as those upgrades come in. And then you do so much damage. But actually, we're just chilling here. So the upgrades aren't really doing anything for us right now. 2 TCs. I mean, I think we're not really ready for booming on 3 TCs if we can't even boom on 1 TC. But this is how you'd want to do it. This TC location is kind of rough, though. It's only really on the 1 wood. You could put it here. You sort of want to secure your gold. Your gold's really gross. So you could put it on stone. Get like another TC here and then work towards a castle here. That would probably be good, very good. Yeah, we should have been using both wood. Like, look at how chopped out this is. If you, for example, if you had made 2 lumber camps in Dark Age, then this wood line is only going to be half chopped out. So this wood line is what? 52% efficiency. It's going to be like 70% efficiency. And then this wood line would be like 70% efficiency at this point. So both wood lines would just be still working at higher efficiency than the 1 wood line at this point. Yeah, it's very important. What you can do is put a TC here, but you're not taking any map or you're not taking any extra resources. Another thing about this game is first time I played Mayans. Yeah, it looked like you didn't know what you were doing with the start. So, yeah, Mayans, just any civ that has a different start, you just need to learn them. It's hard. All right. So, seed workshop forward. Yep. All right. Okay. Opponent's just gonna go knight spam. That's gonna be the most. That's just the strongest play on lower levels. It's just very easy. He just makes knights and then attacks, and then you probably die. Here we go. Oh, good job with having the archers there. Actually, you actually pushed that back. That was good. Okay, he's got skirms. But feudal skirms are trash, as you can see. No, you don't even need to run from that. Crossbowman on the hill just kills that, as you can see. Feudal skirms? Not going to do anything here. A ram, though. Ay. I mean, he's making knights, so. All right. It's all good. Usually play Ethiopians, Mongols, Khmer. Okay, so I guess you do know archers a little bit. I mean, looks like you have some hotkeys for creating archers and stuff, so that's good. Okay. All right. Well, how's the eco going? We're still pretty behind, but you do have that third TC now. Yeah, I mean, we never took our forward, though. But, hey, mine's is easy. You just make archers. See, your big problem is you have to go all the way around this wood line every time you want to go forward, and it's really hurting any kind of timing that you would have had. It's just like you're wasting a minute every time you have to go around here instead of just going out here. Maybe not quite a minute, but like a lot of time. Okay. You caught up in the Vil count at least, because the opponent just stayed on 2 TCs. Yeah. Bring in relics even. Hey, that's good. Going up to Imp. Honestly, if you can get a castle here or castle here and just treb him down, it could be really strong. You have, well, you don't quite have enough armor to support this, though. Opponent has a bunch of random stuff, which probably beats your army right now. So you needed to be continuing to make crossbow. Wait, how many ranges do we have? Do we just have 2? You're just adding a third one. Oh, adding barracks. Okay. Sure. It's fine. Okay. You're going to be imp, but you won't be able to do anything. We're randomly getting armor on the infantry. I mean, I guess it's fine, but we want to be upgrading the crossbowmen ideally. Not having ballistics here is sort of bad. You can't really chase these. Oh, he's being a pest as well. Running around. Yeah, without ballistics, it takes a while to catch that. Perfect castle spot if you're playing defensive. This is a perfect castle spot. This is basically where I would put it, actually. In this situation, that's the best spot. Okay, we're getting a bunch of stuff. But yeah, ballistics is kind of important. Good fight. If you make trebs now, you can probably go here. Ooh, this castle? Okay, it's fine. It's kind of defensive. You can't push with siege, though. Like, there's no need to be here unless you have trebs. Because you can't do anything. Yeah, I mean, ballistics is like a cheat tech. If you don't have it, you feel like you're in such a bad spot. Oh. Okay, that's kind of unnecessary going for the... Yeah, no need to lose all your guys, though. I mean, elite skirms are not like feudal skirms. They don't die to the arbs as easily. That was expensive. But, I mean, mine archers can be replaced. So it's all good. All right. Nice. You took out his castle. Took out his relics. Honestly, he's looking pretty good now. And I like that you're continuing Vil production. A lot of players at this level just stop Vil production at like 90 and they just never make any more Vils. I like that you're making more Vils. This is good. Okay. Floating like a million res, though. Whoever spends their res bank first wins this game. It actually doesn't matter anything. The build up to this point matters so little. What matters right now is whoever spams something will win this game. You both have enough resources to make an unstoppable army if the other guy doesn't, like, spend the res. So whoever just is like, okay, I need to just make stuff, is going to win this. Like, if you just make eagle upgrades and eagles, you make like 5 more barracks, and you spam eagles right now, you win. Dude has nothing. Okay, you're spamming skirms, which is okay. That's something. That's something. We have ranges. But skirms don't really beat the Magyar Hussars once they have armor. Oof, leading with the Trebs. Let's go. Against Magyar Hussars, oof. Magyar Hussars have an attack bonus against siege, so... Skirm war, but imagine you had just big eagles. Imagine this was eagles. Okay, so how many... Eagles are 50 gold. And we have 5,000... 5,000 gold. We can have 100 eagle warriors on the field right now. We can have 100 eagles right now if we just spent the res. The game is over if you just spend. But we're focused so much on microing and like doing... We're focused on the skirm war here. This is not important at all. Never made an eagle, yeah. I mean, yeah, whoever wins this is because they spent the res, pretty much. Like, that's what it comes down to here. Magyar Hussars are a very good unit, by the way. Like, this unit is amazing. Your castles are alright. But yeah, no castle in the base, though. Okay, I mean, this castle's kind of bad, though. It doesn't really protect anything back here, and... Don't be scared to just delete some farms if you want to place it more central. Cap rams. I mean, your skirms actually do something there. Even two-handed swordsman would have been really good here. Yeah, that's true. But eagles are just still better. Like, eagles can raid a lot better. Two-handed swordsmen are kind of... I mean, they would have done the job, but yeah. Okay, now we're kind of raided. And we're just kind of fighting uphill against enemy skirms, which is not going to be good. And yeah, the opponent... I mean, he has the more spammable unit, you can say. But yeah, we're kind of dead. Unless you can just wake up and spend all the res on eagles, but I guess you don't do that. But yeah, I think there's a lot for you to work on. So hopefully this has made sense. The early game stuff, like even just from Dark Age, your Dark Age was even pretty rough. So I would suggest going into single player, set the AI, just standard AI or whatever. Like they're not even going to attack you. Don't even focus on the enemy at all. Just focus on constant villagers, not getting housed. Getting your build down, and your eco balance on the way to feudal age as well. 9 wood on 2 lumber camps, 3 on berries, or 4 on berries, and the rest on sheep underneath the TC. It's gonna be so good. Those are the things. And yeah, I mean, the fact that you're 1k with these major mistakes means that you are doing some things right. So if you can clean up your Dark Age, that's already 100 elo. That's already 100 elo. If you can clean up the transition to feudal age, that's another 100 elo. For sure. Yeah. I mean, you got up to like 140 vills, which is honestly even too much for Mayans, but yeah. Spending the res is a big issue. It's hard, but it's definitely... the next step for you. All right, GG's, good replay. Why too much for Mayans? Yeah, so Mayans, their army is generally something like Arbalisters, which you ideally just don't lose. So your backline shouldn't really be dying, and Eagle Warriors are fairly cheap. So yeah, everything is very inexpensive, and also since your units are kind of weak. Like, you can say 1 Eagle Warrior is going to die to 1 Paladin, right? So if your opponent, say that your opponent has 60 Paladins, you're going to need like 90 Eagles to fight that. So you need more population space to make military as mines. But luckily your units are cheaper, so it works out. You don't need as many vills to maintain production. That's the idea. Yeah. But that's kind of high level stuff. Honestly, just go up to 140 vills and it's fine. Try and max out before pushing in those situations too. This time will be 1100. Yeah. Honestly, before you play ranked, just do 1 or 2 games just up to like mid feudal age against the AI. Or even no AI. Just try and keep the TC running the whole time. Spend your resources as they come in. As soon as you're up, archery range, archer production, and every 60 wood make farms and don't get housed. He spammed Haubs like the opponent's spammed Hustler would have been fine. Well, the skirms deal with Haubs pretty fast though, so I don't think it was that simple. But having a big ball of like 60 arbs and not losing them would have been really good. Or even like 40 arbs and then the rest eagles, and then it's easy.